Battleship, a great game of strategy, action, and suspense.
Miss H6.
You sank my battleship.
The game you can play anywhere. Battleship from Milton Bradley.
Ooh, I heard your beep at the same time as mine.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
We're synced.
We're calibrated. We're synced. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Tonight in this video, Phil the No Swear Gamer and I are going to play a nice little friendly game of Milton Bradley's Battleship.
I love your host voice. That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people like that voice.
Here on WKRP.
So, Phil does a YouTube channel as well. He does a lot of game reviews and toy reviews. Basically the same kind of stuff I do. Tell us something about your channel real quick, Phil.
It's like your channel.
Very similar.
Yes, video games and toys, family friendly and fun. I mean, that's about it.
That's right. Do you remember what your favorite toy was growing up? One of them?
Well, my favorite, I had two favorite toy lines, G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Oh.
And probably my favorite toy was the original Optimus Prime. But unfortunately, when I got him on a Christmas when he was hot, and he was like broken or missing something from the store. We returned him, and I never got him again. But I was a huge, I still am. I'm a big Optimus Prime fan. So, I also had GoBots. And when I was younger, Smurfs, that kind of stuff. Some Hot Wheels, that kind of deal.
Oh, I love the voice of Optimus Prime.
Oh man, I told somebody, I said that basically for my generation, he was the John Wayne of the generation. John Wayne had this kind of like really manly, tough guy voice, like authority figure. Yeah. And Peter Cullen, who does Optimus, he has the same kind of gravitas with his voice. There's just something about it.
It's like, Autobots, roll out. Because that's cool stuff,
Which is crazy because he's still doing the voice today. That says something, because how many characters from the 80s, they still do the voice? There's so many different voices, like Sonic the Hedgehog. How many voices Urkel was his voice, and a bunch of other people were his voice. And, all these other characters, Papa Smurf, even Gargamel or whatever, they've all had different voices, but not Optimus. Well, I'm sure in some series, but it always comes back to the original.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's... Every time I see Optimus, that voice is what I hear in my head.
Absolutely.
So, let's go ahead and get our ships placed on our board here.
Yep, already got mine set up. I'm ready to go, man.
Oh.
Take my fleet if you dare.
Oh. Okay. I didn't have one with the... I gotta hide my little PT boat in the most appropriate place here.
That is the linchpin of Battleship, is it not? It's like once you get that PT boat, you either win or lose based on luckily finding it, at some point.
That's right. So since you're the guest, I'll let you go first. What's your first guess?
Well, do you know how to win Battleship in one move?
In one move?
Yes. I won.
No.
I won.
What? Oh.
I'm calling I won.
Oh, I just got it. I'm slow tonight, man.
That's okay. It's a lame joke. Go ahead.
That's funny. I like that. So I'll let you go first.
I won.
What's your first?
I pick I won.
Oh, you pick. Oh,
that is my coordinate, and I also win.
That's a miss.
Oh, I guess I don't win. All right.
Nope, you don't win. How about D as in dog 5?
Dog 5. Let's see. You, sir, are a lucky dog.
What, I hit?
You hit.
Woo!
It's taking me a second to play at this angle because I'm playing to the side and I'm like not looking top down. So, but yeah, you got it.
Awesome. Okay, what's your guess?
All right, let's go H2.
H2. That's a miss. I gotta try to see if I can seek the ship now. D as in dog 6.
D6 is D-miss.
Oh, well, you're going that way.
All right, let's see. Let's keep the line going. We'll do G3.
G3. Miss. D4. Dog 4.
It's another D miss.
Ooh, well, now I know it's going up and down.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to just keep my line going. I'm going to go F4.
F4. Miss. C is in Charlie. 5.
C5 is a hit. I know I'm splashing on your boat somewhere. I know that.
Oh, yeah, you're getting water everywhere.
All right. So C5 you got. Let's do E5.
E5. Miss. B is in boy. 5.
That is a miss.
Ooh, now I know which way it's going.
You better.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I need to get a hit. Let's see. D6.
D is in dog. 6.
Yes.
That's a hit.
Yes. About time.
About time. You got a hit. E is in Edward. 5.
That is a hit, good sir. Man, you made like a little Christmas tree. That's
what I'm doing. I'm making a design.
That's a pretty cool design. You got like the white tree with the red lights going on there. All right. Let's go D7.
That's a miss.
Okay. That's a miss.
That's a miss. F as in Frank. 5.
You sunk my battleship.
You sank my battleship.
Game over.
Yeah.
I know we were talking before we came on about how the commercial, that was the tagline, right?
Yes.
And as a
You
kid,
sank
you
my
know, I
battleship.
think like, okay, well, if you sink the battleship, you win, you know?
Yeah.
So you won, you sunk my battleship, but I get to keep going.
Yep.
C6.
C6. That's a miss.
Ooh.
Let's see. H as in Henry. 3.
Man, Willie, you are lucky tonight. That's a hit.
And we're not using webcams. We're just using our regular cameras we record with.
I'm like looking around my room to see, because, you know, that would have been real sly. Like, oh, I got a hit. Oh, I missed the first few times. Oh, dear me. Okay.
I am everywhere.
Yes. D5. It's probably in one of those toys you sent me. There's probably a camera and I don't
There's a
realize
little
it.
camera.
It's probably in this. I have this, the Pac-Man license plate you sent me on my wall. That's probably it. It's in one of the ghost eyes. Okay. Anyways,
Dog.
Yeah, D5.
Dog 5.
Yep.
Dog 5. That's a hit.
All right. Well, I think
There
I
we
know
go.
what's going on.
Now you know what's going on. H is at Henry. 4.
That is a hit. Okay. Dog 4.
Get in there. Get in there. Dog 4. That's a hit. H is in Henry. 5.
Yep, you hit me again. Let's see, D3.
Yep, hit. And you sunk my battleship.
Well, we're kind of even.
Okay, H is in Henry. 6.
Yep, hit again.
Oh, this must be the aircraft carrier.
Okay, let's do. I'll complete my little line I got going. C7.
C7. Miss.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta decide which end to go here. H is in Henry. 2.
That is a miss.
Oh, well, no, it's going the other way.
B8. Boy 8.
Boy 8. Miss. H is in Henry. 7.
And you sunk my aircraft carrier.
Which aircraft carrier? Punk.
And then I'll do A9.
A9 is a miss.
All right.
Okay, let's try B as in boy. 8.
B as in boy 8. Willie, you stinking cheater.
I know you're freaking out right now, aren't you? It's like, how's he doing this?
You know, every time the first call you hit a ship. Once you sunk it, the next first call you hit a ship, and then, oh my goodness, my little PT Cruiser better be hiding pretty good here because I'm in trouble. Okay, let's see. Oh, gee. Okay, let's try something different. Let's go with J9.
J9. That's a miss.
All right.
B as in boy, 9.
That is a miss, and that's your MO. You pretend that like you don't know what you're doing. You throw me off.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, man.
You pretend to miss. You know exactly what you hit. I'm sure of it. Okay, I-10.
I-10. Miss. Of course. B as in boy, 7.
B7 is a hit. All right, let's go with B1, boy 1.
Boy 1 is a miss.
Okay.
And then B as in boy, 6.
And you sunk my destroyer.
Ooh, the destroyer has gone to the deep.
And A2.
A2, miss.
All right. You know, have you ever played Radar Mission for the Game Boy?
Yes.
So, because I was just thinking when you sunk my aircraft carrier, because Radar Mission has like this battleship mode, and if your aircraft carrier stays afloat long enough, you actually set off a jet that's like a one-hit ship somewhere on the screen or something. I forget how it works, but it's some sort of weird power-up. It's like a reward for keeping your battleship afloat.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. I haven't played that game in a while. I have to check that out again.
Go ahead and throw me some coordinates. And if you hit again, I quit. That's it. You'll just hear dead silence.
How about E as in Edward 2?
I can't.
You're gonna be going over your room really well, aren't you? I know he can see me somehow.
You hit. This is crazy, man. Good for you. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go G10. Good 10. Yep.
Good 10. That's a miss. F as in Frank 2.
You sunk my little PT boat.
Oh yes, I hate that little PT boat.
That was my saving grace right there, man. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. I'm just going to try and do whatever damage I can before I lose this game. So let's see. This is the point where I take off the last ship and don't tell you. Oh, gee. Let's see. I won't do that to you. H9. H9.
H, not 9. That's a miss. Okay, let's see. F as in Frank 9.
F9 is a miss. About time.
About time.
That is the first time you called one after sinking a ship and missed. Let's go with I8.
I8. Miss. Okay, let's see here. Let's try E as in Edward 7.
E7 is a miss. J7. J7.
J7. That's a miss. Let's try C as in Charlie 3.
C3 is a miss. Okay, let's see. What should I go with next? I wonder. Let's go with D1.
D as in dog?
Yep,
1?
dog 1.
That's a miss. Okay, let's try... What's that? G as Gerald 9.
G9, let's see. G9, Gerald 9, miss.
Miss.
Okay. Let's go with C2.
C2, that's a miss. Okay, let's try D as in dog 10.
D10, miss.
Miss.
Okay. B3.
B3, that's a miss. D is in dog 8.
D dog 8. The dog ain't nothing. It's a miss.
It's a miss. Nothing but splash.
All right. Let's go with A4.
Miss. Let's see. B is in boy 2.
Boy 2. Oh no. You hit me. This game is like so one-sided, it's not funny. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Man. Okay, let's go with H7.
H7, that's a hit.
Yay, I hit something. Oh my
You hit something. Okay, let's see. Which way would you put that? B is in boy 3.
Yeah, you hit me. Yeah, this game's almost done.
There's only like 2 more guesses where I can go here.
Yep. H6.
H6, that's another hit.
Yay.
Hey. B is in boy 1.
It's a miss. Oh, gee. H5.
That's a hit.
Woohoo!
Yay, the crowd goes wild. And of course, B is in boy 4.
Yeah, you sunk everything. Oh, man, that was a trouncing. Have you ever had a game that was that good?
Well, every once in a while, yeah.
That was just amazing. Where's your other ship? So was that your aircraft carrier? Then I was working.
That was the aircraft carrier. My ships, the aircraft carrier went from H4 to H8.
Mm-hmm.
The submarine was G1, F1, E1.
Mm-hmm.
The destroyer was E9, D9, C9. And then the little PT boat was J2 and 3.
J2 and 3. Man, if only I could have got that. Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy. See, for a while I was wondering if you're one of those people. There's some people, they cluster their boats all together, you know.
Sometimes I do that.
And so, like, I was playing around a little bit, but man, I just went the wrong direction. I was trying to cut the board in half, and I just didn't do well. I should have went a different direction.
Yeah, there's a lot of different strategies. You know, I saw you was going diagonally, which that's a great strategy.
Yeah, I mean, and it works really well if you can get one, especially if you get that little PT boat, man. Then it really is effective. You know, as a kid, I would just be random. You know, and I tried to put more strategy, but it's kind of feast or famine. And here it just didn't work out. You know, it's like the luck was with you. Do you notice my shape? I actually made a picture with my ships tonight.
It looks like a smiley face almost.
It's actually Robert De Niro, and the little and the little PT boat is his mole, because he has this mole on the side of his face.
Oh yes, I can see it. Oh, that's funny, dude. I didn't think about making a design out of him. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's what I did with mine. I was just trying to have some fun. I wanted to do something weird, and there's only so much you can do, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, my kid has well, we have like a more modern version, but one of the boats is I think it's one of the 3 ones. One of the pegs is broken, so it's a single peg boat. So if you want to have fun, you can put it diagonal. You know?
That really freaks somebody out.
Or just kind of casually move it when no one's watching, because it doesn't stick.
Yeah, Battleship's one of those board games I got when I was a kid. I got the original set. What you basically sent me is what I got for Christmas years ago when I was real little. And I absolutely love playing Battleship with my dad, my brother, my grandfather. And of course, that year that they released the electronic one, I think it was in 78 or I can't remember when it was, 77 or something like that. That became probably one of my favorite toys of all time. I've still got an electronic Battleship here.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that game.
When I was a kid, that's the, I saw the commercial. I never had it because at the time, and it was, if I remember, it was pretty expensive for a board game. It was like at least $40 to $50, and that nowadays that would be like almost $100 board game if you take inflation into account. That's a lot for a board game, especially when you can get the original one for like $10. And, and so I remember this set that we're playing here, this style, they had it in my elementary school in 3rd grade. My teacher had a rainy day set of board games, and this was one of them. Like they also had like Stratego. That was a pretty popular one. They had the Pac-Man, where Pac-Man jumps on the marbles to eat the marble.
Yes, I love that one.
And I can't remember what else. But my first Battleship set was, I bought it at Target on clearance. It was Travel Battleship. It was a little tiny one, and that's the set I had. I grew up with a sister who was 6 years younger, so I didn't get to play board games as much as I would have liked. Because if I was going to play with her, it was usually something like Candyland or Monopoly Junior, something more, more adjusted for age. And I had a neighbor friend, and my game of choice growing up was Monopoly. I was really into Monopoly. So if I had a chance to play a board game, I'd want to go with Monopoly first. But Battleship was right up there. Those were probably my 2 favorite games, board game wise.
Yeah, it's way up there on my list of board games. The only thing that trumps Battleship on my list is Dark Tower.
I have never played it, but I lucked into finding a set about 2 years ago. I found it, and it appears I've not put batteries in it because I know that's like a big deal. I haven't inventoried all the pieces, but it looks like it's pretty decent condition. So one day I do want to get it out and play around with it and put batteries in and see if that tower works, and trying to understand the game. So
it's a great game. Rick Reynolds picked up one. I helped him fix his. He had to replace the little motor inside and got his working again.
Yeah, and I guess that's a pretty collector thing now. Like getting one, especially that works, I guess.
Yes, it is.
Because I only paid a few bucks for it, and I had no idea what it was. I was just like, this looks cool.
Oh, it is cool. It's a great game.
And usually I do not buy board games at thrift stores unless it's something I could play with my kids. I bought another Battleship for them to play, and like a Monopoly Junior I bought for them. I found there once because when you buy a used game, you don't know if you're missing pieces or whatever.
That's right.
But there was just something about the whole setup that just called to me, and I was like, yeah, I think I should buy this one. Yeah. So that worked out in my favor, it seems, because even if it's broken or whatever, I can either send it to someone like you, or you could sell it on eBay and someone would snatch it up just to repair it.
Oh, they're easy. But don't sell it, man. They're easy to fix. You definitely want to hang on to because it's a great game. Although it is hard to find, it's still a great game to play. I mean, it's actually a lot of fun once you get into it.
Another game I had growing up, have you ever heard of Go for Broke?
No.
Go for Broke is Monopoly in reverse. It's kind of like Brewster's Millions.
Yeah, okay.
Where you start, and I think it predates Brewster's Millions, so it may have, I don't know, I'm sure someone else has had the idea before that, but you get $1 million and your goal is to lose all your money first. That is your goal.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, you do things like you go to a casino and you play roulette, and there's limits to how much you could do. There's donate to charity buttons. There's go to the horse races and bet on a horse, and there's a little spinner, and you spin the spinner, and you're like cheering for your horse to lose because you don't want to get more money. So
I don't want money.
So it's an interesting concept. You know,
Oh, that's awesome.
and I'm showing my board to the camera. I closed it up so you can see that classic sticker, which has some bleeding, has the Actaplaque, if you will.
The Actaplaque.
You know.
Oh, that's great. Well, I want to thank you for joining in on playing this little Battleship game.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It was actually a lot of fun to chat back and forth. You also used to do a podcast as well, correct?
Yeah, I used to do the Atari 7800 Game by Game podcast. I completed it because I went through the entire original library. That was my intention. So I went through the whole 7800 library, every officially released game. And you can find that on iTunes and probably other places as well. YouTube, if you want it. Sometimes I put pictures in with it on YouTube. So yeah, I did that for a while. I popped, and I've been guest here and there on various podcasts. I used to pop. Some people know me from the Retro League, which is like a rest in peace podcast now. Unfortunately, they.
Oh yeah.
It was sad that they went, but you know, I've been around. It's weird because you and I, you know, we have similar kind of paths we've taken with, you know, online stuff. Like we were kind of doing a similar thing before I knew you, you know, and you were actually doing it before me, before I even knew that. But you know, it's interesting because we're getting to a point now where a lot of these podcasts that we remember that when we first got into it are starting to go away.
Yeah.
You know, it's a weird thing because there was a time where everything was new. You know, and now it's like, is it still around? And even though we're in the digital age, you can actually lose some of these things. You know, they just go away and they're not hosted. And if you didn't save them to your hard drive or someone put them on archive.org, they're gone.
That's what I've been doing. Like the old Atari 5200 Super podcast is all archived on archive.org right now. And a lot of the ColecoVision stuff as well.
Yeah, my podcast is on there too. I used it to host
Awesome.
it. It was basically Michael Kelso from Two Dudes in a Nest podcast. He's like, well, just put it on our archive, and when it asks for a link to where it is, link to that. So technically, my podcast can be Googled on archive.org, and you can find it there too.
Awesome.
Oh boy!
Hey, there's Hasbro! Hasbro makes toys! What's new, Hasbro?
Pretty sneaky, sis.
Remember, you can tell it's Mattel. It's well.
Okay, let them go. Some of the great SSP racers for 72.
M-A-R-X spells Mark, world's largest toy maker.
Remember, every boy wants a Remco toy, and so do girls. And remember, if it isn't Duncan, it isn't Yo-Yo.